Hi, this is John Paul, AAA's Car Doctor. Today we're going to road test the Toyota Prius, and not just any Prius. This is a plug-in hybrid Prius, so you actually plug it in to charge it up. And it's very simple. There's an outlet right here on the side of the fender. This plugs into a 110-volt outlet, and it's very simple. It uses a universal connector. You just plug it in, and you're ready to go. And by plugging in, it gives you 15 miles of pure electric vehicle driving. What does that really mean? For somebody who only commutes maybe 5 or 6 miles each way back and forth to work, it means never stopping at a gas station. Before we do the road test though, let's take a look around the car. Now this plug-in Prius isn't really a lot different than any other Prius. Sure, it has a spot on the fender to plug in the electrical connection, but it's pretty typical Prius, which means that it's fairly roomy inside for a small car. There's a pretty decent sized back seat, which is kind of nice. Like every Prius, it has a place to put gasoline, which you may need to do from time to time. And one of my favorite features of the Prius is it's actually pretty roomy. It has plenty of storage in the back. The seats fold down for a little bit more room. This Prius, because it has extra batteries in it, so you can drive it just on pure electric, the storage area that would be normally under this mat is actually used up by the batteries. There's also no spare tire in this car either. It uses a little kit with an air compressor just in case you get a flat. Under the hood, we still are going to find a gasoline engine, but because this is a plug-in Prius, everything's just a little bit different. Under here, you find both an electric motor and a gasoline engine. That's what gives you the power and performance, so this car drives like any other car. There are a few little extra pieces, some things that you need to be aware of if you're servicing the car, but pretty much for the consumer, the person that's going to drive the car, it drives just like any other car. People might think that plugging in a car every night is a hassle, but think about the things you plug in now. You plug in your cell phone, maybe you plug in your coffee pot before you make coffee in the morning. You plug in all kinds of things, so why not plug in your car and never have to go to the gas station? Well, why don't we put on our seatbelts and go for a ride? Our Prius has keyless push-button start and a center-mounted instrument cluster that includes a graphic display to let the driver know about fuel economy and electrical consumption. And in this case, we have about 13 miles that we can go on pure electricity. So for somebody who doesn't drive very far, this is actually a really good way to get back and forth to work. And we're going to take a little ride down the road and just see what it's like to drive a car that doesn't use any gasoline. At least doesn't use any gasoline for 13 miles. So for the average person in the car accelerates pretty normally, has plenty of pickup. We're doing about 35 miles an hour right now, and certainly it's a car that just feels like any other car when you drive it. And what's nice is, with gasoline prices well over $3 a gallon right now, we're not using a penny of gasoline, and we're just using electricity. And according to Toyota, it takes about 65 cents worth of electricity to charge the car back up. So when I go home tonight, I'll plug it in, I'll charge it up, and tomorrow morning, after spending 65 cents, I'll be able to go 15 miles again before the gasoline engine kicks in. So how does the Prius perform? We found the steepest hill in town to check out the performance, and this plug-in Prius tackled this hill without the slightest hesitation. The plug-in Prius from Toyota, a glimpse into the not-too-distant future of what will become a family of economical Prius-based hybrids.